Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Sunshine, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a Toefl iBT. You said, if I did the things you wrote, can I get a score 61 in 3 months? I don't know. I don't know what your current academic English proficiency is, so I cannot answer that question. You say, I didn't take the Toefl test before, but I think my problem is similar to this student. I need to get 61 for an online bachelor's degree. Another question is, while I'm reading for 45 minutes, I'm sure I'll have a lot of new words I don't know, so whenever I have a new word, should I write it down and look for the meaning, then continue reading? I wouldn't do that. When you're doing the extensive reading, the purpose is to get used to concentrating in English for longer periods of time. So no, don't write down the words. Try to guess. Just try to get a general guess of what you think it means and keep reading. You say, what book should I read? I recommend at least 3 kinds of reading materials. Magazines, whatever you want to read. Newspapers. As long as it's in English, it's good. And then longer books, whatever you have an interest in. You say, my biggest problem is I don't know how to write. My academic English is not good, so I have also difficulties in understanding words and reading and in the lectures. The speaking section is hard for me to tell about a lecture that I heard, so disappointing. I'm sorry for so many questions, but I feel that I'm lost and I really need your help. All right, well, that's fair enough. I think there's some things that you can do that I think are going to make a big difference, right? So let's talk about some of those things right now. Give me a quick second here. Number 1, first of all, you need to complete a full-length Toefl iBT practice test. It's time to see your level. You need to figure that out. Before you even start a study routine, you need to do this. So you need to complete a full-length Toefl iBT practice test. Typically, the practice test will take 4 hours, and they usually cost about $35 on the internet. You can email me. If you have a question you're not sure about where to go to get a practice test, I can send you a link. But you got to do that first. I mean, come on. You have to get a practice test done. You say you're similar to the student. How do we know that? We don't know that. You have to take a practice test so we can see what your reading subtotal is, your listening subtotal is, your speaking, and then your writing. Once I have that information, and then you want to get 61, then we have a pretty good idea of what study plan is going to work. So once you do that, the second step is to choose a Toefl study plan, right? If you go over to my website at onlinetoeflcourse.com, I have a web page I want you to check out here. It's this one right here. This is where I have my Toefl course plans. So you want to check that out. That's your next step, is to choose a Toefl study plan, right? Once you get your study plan, you'll get the vocabulary, the grammar, the pronunciation, the listening, reading, speaking, and the writing practice that you need for the recommended period of time that you need. So you may need 3 or 4 or even 5 or maybe even 6 months. It depends on how low your Toefl score is right now, and we do not know that information. That's my next step. Now, number 3 is once you join one of these courses, start sending me. You want to start sending me pronunciation, speaking, and writing practice regularly. That's your next step. Now, once you've studied your course for the recommended period of time, then You want to go back to number 1. You want to complete another full-length TOEFL iBT practice. That'd be the last thing you do there. Now, if you need to, you can send me these results. I can discuss them with you. But the question is, after you do step 4, are you now ready to take the TOEFL iBT exam to get the score of 61? Right? Remember that the TOEFL test is $200. You definitely do not want to take this test over and over and over. It's just too much money. There's no need to do it that way, right? So if you follow these 4 steps, I guarantee you, you will not have to take the TOEFL test but one time. That's all you're going to need. All right? And I hope that these comments are giving you an idea of what you need to do.